안녕하세요.
Hello, everyone.
1586회 천심원
I would like to
정성에 오신
welcome
여러분
and congratulate everyone who has come to
진심으로
1586
감사를 드립니다.
Cheonshim Special Vision Devotion.
이틀도 아니고
It's not just 1 or 2 days. It's
1500개가
been one.
넘는
We've been passing 1,500 days to offer prayer and
끝없이
devotion,
함께하는
and there has been
여러분의
brothers
과정,
and sisters who has been with
가운데
us,
등록
and all of you
되어
or your courses have been registered in spirit world. That's what I believe. Throughout the world, 19,120
19,120
places are connected with us.
40,300여 명이
About 40,300 brothers and sisters have gathered to all their hearts to offer prayer and devotion. Cheonshim Special District, 170 have come. Cheonshim Grand Church,
47명,
47. Iksan,
38명,
38. Changwon, in this order, members in Heavenly Korea have gathered their devotion. In Heavenly Japan, Nagano Church, 25 members have gathered to offer prayer. Hikone Church, 10. Yonago Church, 9. In this order, and they are piling up the tower of devotion. So a total of 14,200 places are connected with us at their homes to pile up the devotion. Internationally, West Africa, North Yongsong workshop trainees. Every day they are connected with us to offer prayer devotion. Heavenly USA Cheonshim Won as well.
예, 감사합니다.
Thank you very much.
신북미
Heavenly USA Cheonshim Won as well. They are connected with our training center to offer prayer and devotion. Heavenly Europe and Middle East. The branch leader, director, or President Moon is in Moldova. And 20 members are connected to offer prayer and devotion together with us.
네팔,
In Nepal, Benin,
체코 프라,
Czech Praha.
프라에서는
In Czech Praha,
300회
it is their 300th vigil.
연결해서 드리고
They're
있다고.
connecting with us to offer prayer and devotion together.
또 필리핀,
In Philippines, Cameroon, Thailand, Malaysia, Moscow,
한인 교회
at a Korean church, Taiwan,
곳에서
various different
한 마음으로
places have gathered their prayer and devotion
것을 감사드리고
with their heart, and thank you very much for them. Kyung Church,
회를 맞이해
it is their 600th vigil
성의 탑을
to
쌓고
pile up
있습니다.
their tower of devotion.
오늘도 구치소
Today,
앞에서
in front of the detention center, there are members offering prayer and devotion.
267일째를
It's been 267th day since Chumada has been detained. Parak Church, Gurak Church, Ansan Church members
구치소
have
앞에서
gathered in front of the detention center to offer prayer and devotion.
어머님께서 걸어오신 길은
The path Mother walked
꿈을 실현하기 위한
is to realize Heavenly Parents' dream, and it is the absolute
희생과 헌신의
heart of Hyojong.
길이셨습니다.
And for the humanity, they have sacrificed entire her life. At this time, at 1,586 Cheonshim Special Video Devotion, we will inherit the spirit of true parents. And moving forward to True Mother,
100주년을 향하여
toward 100th anniversary of Family Federation, we will become the church that restores faith, restores the trust. We will become the church to establish future generations. With this message resolution, the pastor sent me this message resolution. Today is 72nd anniversary of the founding of our Family Federation, and it is also 64th
기념 행사가
all day of all things.
여러분 새벽부터
It's from the early morning. Cheonong Cheonsung Church, we held the offering ceremony, bowing ceremony,
행사가 이루어졌을 줄로
and I'm certain that all the churches held this ceremony together.
창립 72주년
72nd, we also watched the commemorating video of 72nd anniversary of the founding of Family Federation.
부모님을 모르는 사람들이
But there are still many members who do not know about true parents, especially in Heavenly Korea.
한민족 선민 대서사시를 통해서
Through epic history of chosen Han people of Korea, in order to give birth to true parents, a lot of tears have shed by heavenly parent, and there were many people who sacrificed themselves as patriots, as
우리는 알고
loyal patriots, and we must understand this.
전쟁까지도
And even the Korean War, which broke in June 25th, 1950, was a war to
모든 것을
attend to parents.
해서
And we must introduce all these things well to Korean people so that all the Koreans can understand
자서전 100만 권이
that they're chosen people.
참 어머님
Chifat's autobiography,
100만 권 이상이
1,000,000 copy has been spread,
보급이
and Chumada's autobiography has been spread. 1,000,000 copies have been spread, and
정성
the devotion that your parents have offered,
없습니다.
it is indescribable because there's just too much. Throughout all the fields and all the areas, your parents have sacrificed themselves for the people of this nation. They just invested, and there are still people who do not understand. If there are still people like that,
우리 사도행전 7장 51절부터
in the Act chapter 7 from verse 51, that's the verse that I remember.
마음과 귀에 환례를 받지 못한 사람들아 너희가 항상 성령을 거스려 너희 조상과 같이 너희도 하는도다.
You stiff-necked people, your hearts and ears are still uncircumcised. You're just like your ancestor. You always resist the Holy Spirit.
말씀이 귀에 들려오지 않고
Because they are stiff, they're arrogant, because their hearts are not uncircumcised. Their hearts are uncircumcised. Their ears are, they cannot hear anything. Probably that's why they couldn't accept Holy Spirit. You stiff-necked people, for those people who are stiff-necked, those people whose hearts and ears are still uncircumcised, what should we do? True Mother told us the method.
신령과 진리로 나아가라.
Move forward with spirit and truth. Move forward with Cheonshim Won devotion.
보고하고
Report
정성을 들여
and offer devotion so True Father can be mobilized, so that True Father can work. You must make that happen. 아주.
스데반도
Even Stephen,
마음과 귀에 환례를 받지 못한 사람
you stiff-necked people, your hearts and ears are uncircumcised. You're just like your ancestors. You always resist the Holy Spirit.
너희 조상들은
Your ancestors,
선지자 중에도 그를 핍박지 아니했느냐 의인이 오리라 예고한 자들을 저희가 죽였고 이제 너희는 그 의인을 잡아준 자요
was there ever prophet your ancestors did not persecute? They even killed those who predicted the coming of righteous one.
아니하였다. 이 소리를 들으니까 결국은 모두 일심으로 달려들어서 돌로 쳐서 스데반을
And now you have betrayed and murdered him. Who have received. Anyway, Stephen has been killed after, and he took off his clothing and threw it, and that clothing fell right in front of Apostle Paul, Saul Paul. And Jesus was mobilized to Paul, Apostle Paul, at Damascus. Jesus called Saul, why are you persecuting me? With that bright light, his eyes became blind, and he only followed the voice of heaven and received the work of healing. And the one who wanted to kill Jesus have transformed. And we must let that work occur. And that is what we are offering prayer and devotion. That has been the direction from heaven. That is our responsibility. That is our mission. For True Father to be mobilized from the Spirit world to work, we must make that happen. That is why Cheonshim Won devotion is very important. No matter how stiffened your neck is, no matter whether your hearts and ears are not still uncircumcised, we must read autobiography of True Father and True Mother. We must look at, and if there are still people who cannot realize through the accomplishments, we must move heaven to work through those people. That is why True Parents, True Mother is telling us to offer prayer for that purpose.
이제 그 의인을 잡아준 자요 살인한 자가 되는 것입니다.
And if you don't move
옥중 권한을 받게
nowadays,
그 모든 종적인 핍박의 세력이 열매를 맺어서 오늘 홀리 마다를 어렵게 한다는 생각을 갖고
so we must realize the people of the world whose hearts and ears are uncircumcised, who are still arrogant, because of those people, true mothers walking the course. We must make true father to work. We must make heaven work, just like what Apostle Paul experienced. We must make people to be feared about heaven. People of Israel, how much indemnity did people of Israel have to pay? And that has been revealed through the epic history of chosen Han people of Korea. People of Israel, because they were chosen people, but they couldn't fulfill their responsibility, so they had to pay the indemnity, indescribable indemnity. And Chumad repeatedly told us that those people who do not fulfill the responsibility, they have indemnity to pay. And we should not listen to only good things that our Korean people are chosen people. We are chosen blessed family. But you must realize that if you don't fulfill your responsibility as chosen blessed family, you should understand what's awaiting us. So we must offer prayer and devotion so that heaven can be with us, so that we can bring the work of heaven that occur, the same work that occurred to the Apostle Paul. We must offer prayer and devotion. We shouldn't say that, oh, this is good enough. We should always have the heart of lacking. The fact that we are lacking in our devotion, with that heart, we must offer prayer and devotion. Our sister Kimari shared a very precious testimony. She majored in vocal, and she offered a lot of praise in our church, and she thought that it was her own effort to be able to sing well, and although she lived life of faith, but she did not have confirmation within her heart that she believed in true parents. But as she joined the Youngsong workshop, and she started to grow love toward true mother, and the love that true parents bestowed to her, she started to feel that love. And as she did, she realized, oh, I have received so much love. And also, as she sang the song From My Bag, her heart has resonated deeply with Heavenly Parent, true parents. She realized that everything I have has been accomplished and fulfilled through Heavenly Parent, true parents' love. Even my beautiful voice is a gift of Heavenly Parent. That's what she realized. And in order to bring back the greater joy, in order to become absolutely anew, she put a lot of effort, and she put all her heart to offer prayer. She resolved to become such a person. Instead of focusing on her notes, her keys and notes and her expression, but she resolved to work hard to become someone who sings with her heart. So as she moves forward, she told us that the most important thing in her life is gratitude. And she referred to True Mother's words. And she received deep realization of love, about love. And from now on, our sister Kimari, her future path, she will face a lot of good things. We even have this song. There's a song that has her name as a lyric. Ari is a very good name. So I hope that she becomes a great singer who can bring back the glory to Heavenly Parent, true parents. You guys know who her husband is. He was sitting here. Kim Jong-nam, our brother, please stand. And that's the husband of our sister who gave testimony. He majored in cooking, and I hope he doesn't let his wife not to cook or not to stand in kitchen at all. So anyways, our brother majored in cook, and you never know, he might open a shop or a restaurant here in Seorak town. Our sister Moon Yumi, a 40-day workshop trainee, shared a precious testimony. As she attended Cheonshim Won vigil, as she listened to Hyojong's testimony, she compared testimony giver with her children. She felt envy, so she couldn't listen for a year. She didn't attend the first half of the vision. She only came for the second half to offer prayer and devotion. And that envy, the envious heart that rising up within her heart, she couldn't organize that. She couldn't let go of that. But it was fortunate that she resolved, I shouldn't stay like this. I must fix my personality, my heart. And with that resolution, she came and joined 40-day workshop. Without liberating your fallen state, fallen nature, you cannot help but to stay in the fallen world. Only when you liberate your fallen nature, you can enter kingdom of heaven on earth and in heaven. 아주 every night our sister attended Cheonshim Won vigil, and as she listened to the testimonies, she stopped comparing and her envious heart started to reduce. And as she became the choir leader, as she served, there were a lot of pain she experienced, a lot of different pains. She realized, I have received so much love. And also, as she sang the song from my bag, her heart has resonated deeply with Heavenly Parents. She realized that everything I have has been accomplished and fulfilled through Heavenly Parents' love. Even my beautiful voice is a gift of Heavenly Parent. That's what she realized. And in order to bring back the greater joy, in order to become absolutely anew, she put a lot of effort and she put all her heart to offer prayer. She resolved to become such a person. Instead of focusing on her notes, her keys and notes and her expression, but she resolved to work hard to become someone who sings with her heart. So as she moves forward, she told us that the most important thing in her life is gratitude. And she referred to her mother's words. And she received deep realization of love, about love. And from now on, our sister Kimari, her future path, she will face a lot of good things. We even have the song. There's a song that has her name. It has a lyric. Ari is a very good name. So I hope that she becomes a great singer who can bring back the glory to Heavenly Parents. You guys know who her husband is. He was sitting here. Kim Jong-nam, brother, please stand. And that's the brother the husband of our sister who gave testimony. He majored in cooking. And I hope he doesn't let his wife not to cook or not to stand in kitchen at all. So anyways, our brother majored in cook, and you never know, he might open a shop or restaurant here in Seorak town. Our sister Moon Yumi, for the workshop training, shared a precious testimony. As she attended Cheonshim Won vigil, as she listened to children's testimony, she compared testimony given with her children. She felt envy, so she could listen for a year. She didn't attend the first half of the vision. She only came for the second half to offer prayer and devotion. And that envy, the envious heart that rising up within her heart, she couldn't organize that. She couldn't let go of that. But it was fortunate that she resolved, I shouldn't stay like this. I must fix my personality, my heart. And with that resolution, she came and joined 40-day workshop. Without liberating your fallen state, fallen nature, you cannot help but to stay in the fallen world. Only when you liberate your fallen nature, you can enter kingdom of heaven on earth and in heaven. 아주 every night our sister attended Cheonshim Won vigil. And as she listened to the testimonies, she stopped comparing and her envious heart started to reduce. And as she became the choir leader, as she served, there were a lot of pain she experienced. A lot of different pains. And despite such pain, she was able to overcome them and she received a big realization. The center, which is the central figure, should always stay bright. As she led the choir, that's what she realized. The central figure is very important nowadays. Our church, our movement is in crisis. Her mother is being persecuted. Our Japanese churches in Japan has been dissolved. But if the leader is in despair, if leader is depressed, then everything will end. So that's why central figures must stay bright, must have hope. With positive mind, central figures must lead. The greater the hardship is, central figure must bring the hope that once we go over this, we will see a day of victory. Those are the people we can call central figures who can give hope. And True Father is giving hope. 효진, 흥진, 대모님 are giving us hope. And True Father, even in the prison, gave us hope. And True Mother in the detention center, she is giving us hope. She told us that heaven is with us. So no matter what happens, you must move forward with absolute faith. With absolute love, you must move forward. No matter what kind of circumstances you face, do not lose hope and move forward. 아주. All those people who are coming to meet her, she always welcome people with bright smile. And all of us are central figures. You're central figure of your family, of your tribe, of your church. You must realize you have great responsibility and be responsible for your city, for your nation. You must realize that you are central figures. And central figures must always stay positive. And our sister Moon Yumi that have left a great quote behind for us. And after that, she started to see vision. Father smiling brightly. That's what she saw. Receiving the realization and move forward with her choir team, the more and more members join, and her heart of jealousy. She realized that her heart of jealousy has been the selfish heart that came from herself. And once she started looking at things from Heavenly Parents' perspective, and when she looked at a second gen receiving blessing, she had a heart of congratulation. And she also had a heart that other members are amazing. She let go of the jealousy, the envious heart, and truly became a great blessing for our sister. The workshop itself became a great blessing for our sister. Our Japanese workshop trainees sang the song Stand Up, and it was truly moving. This 285th Heavenly Japan workshop trainee number is 123. 123. It's an amazing number. Tomorrow or this morning on Tuesday at 10, we're going to hold the opening ceremony. I hope that a lot of all those workshop trainees in 285th workshop will receive abundant grace from heaven. Today, Korean workshop team leader Kim Hyung-jun shared a grace-filled report to us. Our purpose of our workshop is Hyojeong, to become filial sons and daughters, to become loyal patriots. And loyal patriots and filial sons and daughters rise during the time of difficulties. There's a General Lee Sun-shin. He was a loyal patriot, but he didn't earn the title because he was a soldier during the comfortable state. No, because he earned those states because he fought while his nation is in a difficult time. And General Kangam-chan as well. Now we are living in the golden age of the providence, in the greatest filial sons and daughters and patriots can be revealed during this time and be recorded in the spirit world. Today we had a commemoration ceremony of 72nd anniversary of founding of Family Federation, and at that time I met President Hwang Yup-ju, and he majored in history, and he gave lecture on our history of our unification church. And nowadays he received inspiration from heaven, and he told me that he's writing a full script, a full book about the greatest people of our unification church. And he is doing something that could be left behind eternally. And I asked him to write a good story about our brother Chomaru, elder brother. Do not sigh or do not lament that because during this time, because we're facing difficulty. You must become filial sons and daughters. You must become loyal patriots during this time when it is difficult. Chang Won-han, there's a filial son who is attending his mother in the restaurant. And when his father passed away, he cut his hand. When his father was dying, he cut his hand. The son cut his hand to give his blood to his father in order for his father to be born, to get better. And eventually, he was able to give birth to 8 children, and gave beautiful children. And because of his heart, and there was another woman who followed her husband after her husband died. So, my brothers and sisters, while we're facing difficulties, while our mothers facing difficulties, you must offer prayer and devotion, tear for prayer and devotion, so that your name could be listed as the filial sons and daughters, as loyal patriot. You should not think that, I cannot do this devotion anymore. But if you push yourself a little bit more in that state, heaven will think of that devotion, that prayer more precious, and looking at the Satan will fall apart from you. So, if you offer devotion when you can, Satan cannot cannot get away from you, cast away from you. But only when you push yourself over, going beyond your limit, only then Satan will be liberated from you. Satan will surrender him. And Hyojeong Chompo Special 40 workshop is teaching that method. In all our education organization, we are teaching that. That's why we have H.J. Hyojeong in every workshop. Even when you drink coffee, we still have Hyojeong coffee. Even when you eat food, you're eating Hyojeongyeon, which has Hyojeong, the filial piety inside its name. And our brother Kim Hyung-jun shared about 3 main themes. The environmental volunteer activity, they found the dirtiest place to restore the nation. And as you look at the photo, it was really dirty, right? And as the people around that area did not want to clean that up, even the public officials, the city town officials should have been cleaning. But when our trainees went there, the cafe owner was moved. Even the grandmother passing by was very moved that she gave 50,000 won to our trainees to eat something well. So even Seoraktown spirits and spiritual world is moved by our activity. To be honest, this river flows down to Seoul, so Seoul mayor should be grateful about this. So we notify original homeland. We pledge that we're gonna establish kingdom of heaven on earth and in heaven. Our brothers sisters activity is resolving to fulfill family pledge number 1. Seoraktown is the homeland, and Cheonham Complex homeland. Seoraktown is attached to it and expand that we can look at as Gapyeong County, and we must bring Gapyeong County as the original homeland of heaven. And once we establish the kingdom of heaven on earth and heaven, everybody will look forward to this place. And if we expand this to the nation, heavenly Korea itself will become the homeland for heavenly parent, for our true parents. And the culture must spread where we must become like Korea so that Japan can also inherit the spirit of Korea to become heavenly Japan. And so that can spread throughout the world. If we think about this as true parents' intention, this environmental movement is truly an amazing step forward. Even now, 400 trainees are working together. If all of us go out to work as a volunteer, serve this Gapyeong County, nobody can defeat us. Gapyeong County cannot help but to believe in us that we are offering us sincerity. We are doing this in truthful heart. We can move people of Gapyeong's heart. Our Korean worship trainees held the Hyojeong Tree prayer gathering. This is very important. I hope you go to Hyojeong Tree and offer prayer as you touch the Hyojeong Tree. We open the door for you guys. And if you pray, a true mother, blessed that if you pray here, you'll become healthy. And we found all the 5 trees on the 6th day, just like how heaven created human being on the 6th day. We found the 6th tree, the mother's tree, and father's tree. This is amazing victory. So do not just pass by. My brothers and sisters, if there are some people with you, offer prayer gathering. And if you do that, amazing divine spirit will come down to you. Even if you look at epic history of Chosun people of Korea sitting on a big tree, people gather to offer prayer and devotion for the family, for the villagers. And if there's a problem, facing difficulties, they offer prayer for that family. And thinking about these stories, I think we have found the right tree, so I hope you offer prayer there. And Cheonshim, as one received Cheonshim Won devotion, received a workshop, our sister Park Jong-soo wrote a poem called A Hole in a Sock. And through that poem, such a moving poem has been made. And through a 40-day workshop, through the inspiration that has bestowed upon her, she was able to write a great poem. And as she received workshop, I hope you set a goal and accomplish that goal and leave something behind. Cheonshim Won calling out, the grace of Cheonshim Won calling out prayer. Truly, it is amazing grace. My brothers and sisters, no matter how good the words you listen, if you don't practice, then it becomes meaningless. But if you practice, you will bear the fruit. As we come to commemorate the 72nd anniversary of founding of a family federation for throughout 72 years, as we move forward with faith upon faith, on top of all the victorious foundation we have laid, we must have strength greater than ever before so that we can liberate and release kingdom of heaven on earth and in heaven. And I hope you set a new start tonight. with that conviction. If we don't fulfill family pledge, verse 8, we cannot liberate and release kingdom heaven and earth in heaven. Truly, centering on true love, as the owner of Cheonshim, as someone who becomes unified with God, with Heavenly Parent, you must enter the position. You cannot go to heaven with making intimate relationship with Satan. With true love, as owner of Cheonshim, you must become absolute one with God, with Heavenly Parent. Despite this, if you have jealousy, if you have envious heart, and comparing your children with other children who are giving testimony, and if you resolve that, oh, I will not listen to anything the first half, and I will just come for the second half to pray, if you have the same heart, and if you stay like that, then you cannot open the liberation release of kingdom heaven and earth and in heaven. When you send the spirit with those spirit with jealousy, spirit with envious heart will drive you, pull you down so that you won't be able to go enter spirit in heaven. True Father told us that we have about 3,320 spirits in each person. If you don't liberate all of them, and if you just live with Satan, you'll be living in the kingdom of hell on earth and in heaven. If you think about this verse, as your parents came us and taught us all the spirits and truth, and she told us all the methods to fulfill the family pledge verse 8, where we can liberate and release kingdom heaven and earth in heaven, the grace we're receiving, we must realize that this is the greatest blessing that we have Cheonshim Won to resolve all this, to use all the methods. And you must resolve that. Let me receive all those benefits. Let my family receive all those benefits of this era where we have better parents. We have all this method. And let our church have faith, receive these benefits more. And what would happen if you resolve to move forward to accomplish it when True Mother hears this? And when we do this, and when True Mother comes, as we do this, we will face great revival. The era of great revival. We will open the era where we can hold this vision at the world center. I hope you see it through the vision. If that happens, nobody can block the path the Mother is walking. And the Heavenly Tribe of Messiah is the path we're walking. Nobody can block us. I hope you see the victorious vision first and realize and believe that the day is waiting for us. And Heavenly Parents are waiting for us, preparing that day. And Heavenly Parents are the ones who always prepare ahead of time. I hope you have this faith, you have this belief. Just how Heavenly Parent prepared that was countless time to give birth to humanity. Heavenly Parent prepare everything through application of chosen people of Korea, through Bible. If we move forward with faith, we will realize that everything, the people you meet, the things that you learn, everything is prepared. Meaning, the day of victory for our true parents is already prepared. For the eternal glory of our true parents, Heavenly Parent has prepared this Korea, this world. I hope you believe in these words. And for the manifestation of true parents, the First and Second World War also broke out. In order to lead the providence of true parents, Heavenly Parent have led the providence of World War III in order to meet this cosmic war. But we are still lacking in our absolute faith, in our absolute love, in our absolute obedience, because we could liberate our selfish desire, our selfish heart. You must think that because of the True Mother is walking the course of trial, course of cross, and I hope you set a new heart, a new resolution tonight to open a victorious path toward a victorious day. I hope you become such children tonight. Let us